Just give me 1 second, guys. I'm just going to send a reminder to everybody before we start. Awesome. Okay. Don't want to take up too much of your time here. Awesome. No one's got their camera on, just me. Amazing. So this is power hours are usually very much like you're listening, you're following along. It's timed, intentional working of your business in like time blocking. So a lot of times it won't be, oh hey, a lot of times it won't be you on the camera, on the chat, you doing things. More or less it's doing other things. So the best bet, and I'll just start right now, is if you're doing a power hour, it's always nice to have a second device. So if this is your first device, my best bet would be to take notes and then implement the power hour at your convenience from your notes. And then you can able to work your one device. If you have more than one device, then that's great because you can listen in and you can still do stuff when we do it, because this is very much a working 30 minutes. This is not a training. It's a very much a working 30 minutes. You're going to work your business for 30 minutes with me. So that's what this is going to be. And it's going to be weekly. That's what we're going to do. Okay. I'm going to open that chat. Yes, it's the best sweater in life. And if there's any questions, you can bring them up. You can also unmute yourself. It's not a training. This is a very low key. This is a very, let's work our business together. And I want to show you what I do. Okay. And I went back to my notes of what I used to do to work my business more so in the beginning, especially when I was intentionally wanting to move forward. And I say this a lot, but make it known. I make it known. So for the next 5 minutes, I'm going to set a timer because if not, it will never happen. But I'm setting a timer for 5 minutes and you have to make it known by making a post or going live or sharing on your stories, some sort of some way that you can make it known. Okay. For me, I speak to a very specific audience. So if you want to make it known and if you want to do that repetitively, you need to figure out who your audience is. For me, it's a busy mom, overflowing plate, maybe not making ends meet. This is a solution for her, especially if she's wearing activewear, especially if she lives a fitness, style of life, especially whatever, it doesn't matter. It can get more specific, but it's very broad at the beginning. So find your target audience, know them, know who they are, speak to them, because those are the people that are going to resonate with you, right? You're not going to be everybody's cup of tea. I tried to be at the beginning and that didn't work well at all. You also then have people that you don't really get along with when you try to appease everybody, right? When you try to speak to everybody. Whereas now I speak to a very specific audience and I get a lot of great feedback because those are my people. So talk about it daily, even in a subtle way. So as you know, mine's a little different because I have a larger team, but even at the beginning, I talked about it repetitively, however, in more subtle ways. So when I say make it known, we're going to spend 5 minutes, the timer's on. I mean, make a post about the business. And for me, I draw from my 5 favorite things about this Zaya business: extracurriculars for my kids, freedom to do whatever I want during the day, no longer working shift work. I don't have to check my bank account before I go get milk. Like, these are the things that I like about the Zaya business. Your items are going to be different. Pull from that, make a post. Pull from that, talk in your stories. Pull from that, go live. Okay, that's when I say when I make it known. Doesn't mean you have to go in there and be like, guys, I'm a Zaya rep. You should book a party with me. I mean, that's great every once in a while, but make sure that you make it known in more subtle ways and in more human ways. So 5 minutes and the timer has already started. Make it known. I'm going to make a post because I haven't yet in a while. And I have one in my notes. I know Krista was the one who mentioned putting posts in notes. And then when you want, you can pull from one, or you can, maybe you have 5-10 minutes in the evenings when you're laying with someone, or when you're putting whatever it is, you can make posts and put them in your notes, right? And then that way, when you do your power hour, you can use them, right? Okay. So we have about 3 minutes left on this one. And this is something, and I'll tell you the timeline on it too at the end, but I make it known every day at the beginning, and I still do it fairly pretty much daily. Okay. The issue with then opening your social media is then you get in the habit of opening it and then scrolling right away. And then all of a sudden you're like 8 minutes, 12 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes into reels. And you're like, shit, I think I was supposed to do something. That's why a power hour is so great, because you can intentionally set a timer, write down these daily actionable items that are income producing, and get to work. So we have about 2.5 minutes left. Awesome. Okay, the next thing I do in the next 5 minutes, and I'll start the timer as soon as I explain it here, is a Zaya related specific post. So every day I do something like, whether it's an outfit of the day or a review, or use stories to talk about a shopping event, or I go live in my VIP, or it's got to be Zaya specific. So you're working your business, whether, and this doesn't take long. You could share a workout. You could be wearing Zaya. You could share a meal. You could be wearing Zaya. You could share a Walmart tip and trick. You could be sharing Zaya. You could tell a story. could be wearing Zaya. It doesn't matter. Just have to be more Zaya specific, where at some point you're like, oh, and by the way, I'm wearing this amazing relaxation hoodie. It's the best one yet. And you're too late because it's sold out. So you can't get it. But you know what I mean? Like it has to be Zaya specific. So the next 5 minutes, and I'll start timer now. Make a Zaya related post, whether it's in your VIP, which is great, or it's on your stories. Maybe you're doing a review in your VIP. You can use someone else's review. You can use your own. Reminding people the black metallics are restocking soon. That's a great one to put in your VIP if you haven't yet. Putting it on your personal Facebook is also great because they're great pants, right? Two more minutes, guys. And if there's any questions or if you need any help with anything like specific content you want to share, or maybe you have a question about the things you've been sharing. I know there's a few reps on here who have been pretty consistent in their VIPs, showing up and doing awesome. And then there might be reps even watching the replay that aren't yet, and that's totally fine. We're all at different spots of our business. Okay. And then, so I wanted to just take a minute. So that's usually 5 minutes each. I wanted to take a minute and see where we're at in terms of the VIP. VIP can come from the party that was run for you by someone who signed you up, or your VIP can be started. For me, I did not have a party. I signed up. I didn't tell anybody. 3, 4, 6 months later, I started a VIP, and it's a Facebook group. So wherever you are in the creation of that group, I want to make sure that we're on the same page, that we're adding people, we're adding value, and we're adding content. And value and content is in the same thing. The creation of the group is great, but then you have to continually grow it. You have to continually be present in it. It's your VIP. I like to remind people that there's very important people in there, and it's your thing. So if it's a dud, if it's, not a great place to be, and you don't have to change anything about you, but you do have to bring like excitement. And for me, excitement looks very different than it looks for Krista or for others. It doesn't matter how it shows, like how you show the excitement. You just have to be positive. You have to be consistent. So the creation of your VIP, adding content, continuing to be consistent. And I've talked about this with Krista as well. If you want to post every day, 3 times a day, 4 times a day, 7 days a week, that's great. But can that be consistent for you? And if the answer is no, then I need you to change your schedule. I need you to change how you're consistently going to be showing up, because that's what they expect. If you're going to do an outfit of the day every day, well, when you don't do it, people start wondering, right? And then they'll notice when you don't do it. They might not notice when you do it, that sort of thing. For me, I go live on a Monday. I go live on a Monday because that's usually when I receive my items from the new release the previous week, or it's when I'm reviewing something, or I show my face on a Monday, and then I'll go live on the Wednesday on new release day. If I'm going live other than that, that's just a bonus, but those are my 2 consistent days. For you, you have to just stick to a schedule that works for you. If it's 4 days a week, or if it's, going live once a week and then scheduling posts, whatever it is for your VIP, just create consistency. And the great thing about that is it's your business and you get to do it the way that you want to do it. But being consistent is a way that you add value. The value that you're sitting on is Zaya. It's the hostess rewards. It's the fact that you get shipments of amazing things. It's the fact that you can offer people half and free price stuff by hosting a party. It's the fact that you get to show, new stuff every once in a while, right? That's great value, but being consistent is another part of being, of adding value. So making sure people realize that they can schedule posts. It's super important. If you don't know how to schedule a post, let me know in the chat. If you're watching the replay, message me. I can show you how, or you can comment in the new rep group and someone will send a screenshot of how to schedule a post. Whether you're scheduling posts or maybe you're using the poll option, a lot of people love like answering polls. A great way to use the poll is to ask people, do you have the black metallics yet? Yes, no, I don't even know what they are. Like put some options in, people will fill it in. And then that way you can work the poll. Not a Moncton bar way, but more so you can use that and create leads, right? Sorry, it's been a day. On the flip side, you always have to be growing your group, especially at the beginning, right? Especially at the beginning and probably for the first 18 months of your business, you should be growing your group. Me and Krista are in a race. We're in a battle right now. She doesn't know it, but we both have within one, I think, the same people in our VIP. And I have been secretly adding people like crazy, and they're leaving just as fast, and we're still within one. But the difference now is me 3.5 years in, I'm not growing my group as actively as I was during the first 18 months. Great way to grow your group is to tell people about it. Hey, I'd love to add more people to it, for in whatever way you want to do it. You don't have to incentivize it. You can just tell people to add people to their group. You can ask people, I'm trying to grow my group. You can reach out to people on your Facebook that's not in your group. You can share your group on your personal Facebook. You know what I mean? Okay, D, I'm going to come back to that. In your VIP, you need to make it known that you're a Zaya rep, obviously. That would be pretty straightforward, but also that you're booking shopping events. Talk about that a lot, right? That's something that you should be scheduling in at least once a week. So for the next 3 minutes, we're going to go and we're going to create or schedule a post in your VIP just so it's ready to go for tomorrow. Or maybe you want to do something tonight, like a fun poll or an interactive post, something fun you can do. It doesn't have to be Zaya all the time. I share funny stories in there. My lives are entertaining, to say the least, but like people expect that. And that's sort of, I'm just me. Whatever you want to do, it's your VIP. If you want to have it like a VIP plus like a wellness group, or a VIP plus like a cooking group, or whatever it is, it doesn't matter. It has to be something that interests you, right? Or maybe you share pictures of your dog and Zaya, but not at the same time. Something like that, right? So the next 3 minutes, we're going to schedule a post in our VIPs, or a video, or a poll, or interactive post, or anything. On the new rep group, there is an album on the new rep group, sorry, with interactive posts. Yeah, like I think it's a 90 ways to add value or something to your VIP. It's ridiculous. It's like a lot of things. So you could definitely do that. But what I've been saying, and what I said on the podcast too, is that I take from that list of 5 things, the 5 reasons why I like Zaya, or that 5 benefits of working Zaya, or the 5, best reasons I love, I continue to do this. Those are what I take from. And then I'm sharing I'm cooking, I'm sharing I'm going to extracurricular, I'm sharing going to the grocery store, whatever it is, it subtly just comes back to Zaya. I do that in my VIP as well. But definitely be interactive in your VIP. I know there's a lot of people who post like this or that's, and like kind of like combining outfits and color outfits and like things like that, and that's amazing. But just make sure that it's something that you feel comfortable sharing, right? And it's something that you're interested in. Okay, so I will answer your question in a second, or at the end, D, about Visly. I'm going to bring that up, but right now I want you guys to realize that there's 2 non-negotiables with my business, and they have been present since the moment I decided I started. I want it more. I want it more of a paycheck. I want it more of a business. I want to be a presidential elite. Like, I knew that that was going to happen for me. These are the 2 non-negotiables that I continue to use. The first one is every order is a booking in for a shopping event. I not only thank them for their order, but I ask them and tell them, and I invite them in to a shopping event. I share the dates, obviously if this is a VIP person and we've had an ongoing conversation, and I can go back, I don't remember all the conversations, but I can easily go back and be like, oh yeah, no, I did bring it up. She is booked in, or oh no, she just had one, or no, she didn't want one yet. Okay, great. Another reason to bring it up again. That sort of thing. So every single order, you thank them. Okay. But you also book them in for a shopping event, or there's a conversation around that. The other non-negotiable is every hostess gets a conversation on the business and the benefits of being a rep. That's ridiculous. I've signed, well, a lot of the reps on this team are from parties, right? Probably I would say 80% of my reps are from parties. And I would say that that was a very easy approximation for me to make. And that's because I have conversations with reps or hostesses about being a rep, and I make it a solution for them. And it's an obvious no-brainer when you have credits to use, right? Okay, so those are my two non-negotiables, and I definitely encourage you to write them down, but not only write them down, but use them and continue to use them, because at the very, at the busy days when everything's going on and you're like, okay, I'm picking up my phone, I'm going to do some work. What the heck? Where do I start? Go to your order history. If you had three, maybe you had 2 or 3 orders today, or it was a busy week and you have to go back, thank them, have a conversation, and go from there, right? That's a great way to move your business forward. I will talk to you about the daily actionable items here. Other than making it known, obviously make it known every day, especially I would say for your first year. Pull from that list of 5 things you love about this brand, you love about you being a rep, you love about the Zaya family, you love about the Zaya team, whatever it is. Like I said, it doesn't have to be the same list. Pull from a list of 5 things you love about this company, make it known. Okay, daily actionable item number 1. Daily actionable item number 2, live stories and review. So I'm just summarizing the power hour here, guys. Live stories or review. Talk in your shopping events, go live in your VIP or your shopping events, go live in your stories. You don't have to do all of them, but do something. Okay, do something very Zaya specific. Live stories, review, in your shopping event, in your VIP, in your stories. If you've got more than, 5 minutes, do it in 2 places. That's even better, right? And then daily actionable item number 3. It's for me, I do this 5. I do 5 people. I invite them to my VIP. I have a conversation with them. Okay, whether they're in a party, whether they're people on my Facebook, whether they're people on Instagram. Usually it's the people on Instagram I'm trying to get into my VIP, just because bit of a challenge for me, and I like that. 5 people, invite them into my VIP. 5 other people, invite them to host shopping event. Especially at the beginning, guys, you have to have conversations with people about booking in for the shopping events. I still have to have conversations with people. Okay. Party bookings aren't going to be something that you just, okay, guys, here's my graphic and it's super pretty, I'll take your bookings. Okay, it's never worked like that. People are hesitant, especially around this time of year, especially around this time of climate. You have to explain it, but you also have to provide it as a solution for people. Hey, you want the free item that the system crashed and the website went to crap? Oh, you want a free item? I have a solution for you. I can get you a free item. If that's what you want, I would love to get you a free item and more. Provide it as a solution, and I guarantee you will get bookings. But you have to have a conversation. You have to be confident. Shopping events are awesome. I'm so excited to be running them. I do have an opening in February. If you want, I can put you in there. No? Okay, totally fine. I do book up quite quickly. I'm pretty confident when it comes to my bookings because have you been on Plenty of Fish? I've said that like 6 times in the last week, but it's true. There's a lot of people out there, right? And I have no emotional attachment to their answer, but 5 people, invite them to my VIP. 5 people, invite them to host a shopping event. 5 people, invite them into the business. Have a conversation with people about the business. You'll be surprised. They're wearing activewear and they're posting pictures, selfies, workout selfies, or if they're looking for another income, or if you scroll your Facebook and someone's like struggling, reach out to them. Why aren't you? I don't know why. I don't know why people, I do know people hold back, but I don't understand the reason why. Because to me, this is the vessel that they can use for whatever they want. And yes, it requires work. It's not like get rich overnight, but there is money to be made here. And if you're wearing activewear, or if you're looking for a job, or if you're struggling right now and you want to find a solution, right? 5 people. So I do 5 each day. 5 each day for my VIP, for inviting for shopping events. and 5 people for the business. And this would be Monday to Friday for me, probably. I don't do much on the weekends. I do maybe conversations here and there, but I also add 5 suggested friends a day on Facebook. This was when I was starting to grow my network. And so anybody that's a suggested friend on my Facebook, for a while there, I just didn't even get suggested friends because I just kept adding people. And you can follow 5 people on Instagram if that's what you want to do too. Okay. So Visly is a great resource that helps post to your party, but it also helps with templates. So I actually have a follow-up template. So it's for all customers. So I can put their customer's email into Visly, and it sends out an email saying, thank you for your purchase. I really appreciate your order. Here's what you need to know, blah, blah, blah. And I ask them to get into my VIP. And then the second email that comes out a couple of days later, it's like, hey, you're going to get your item in a few business days. I just wanted to let you know that if it doesn't fit, I would love to make sure that I can get an exchange in for you in that time frame. So let me know right away. Also, I talked to them about a shopping event. And then 10 days later, it's talking to them about the business, I think. But it is seriously an amazing tool for me in my business right now for the follow-ups. It's also a tool for my parties. Visly is great for parties. If you don't have Visly yet, it is a great thing, especially when you're busy and you can't schedule through the day for parties, or maybe you have more than one party going at a time. This is a great way to use Visly. It's also a great way to kind of have confidence with your shopping event, where someone messages and then maybe someone else messages and they want to have the same week and you're like, oh my gosh, that's a lot. With Visly, I'm like, whatever, sounds good, that'll be fun. It literally takes a lot off of your plate. So if you don't have Visly yet, or if you're watching the replay and you don't really understand about how to do it, just reach out to your upline and they can help you. There's also a referral code you can use as well, and you can get set up. So if anyone wants that follow-up email campaign, you send me a message and I can send you the code. And it's literally the campaign. Obviously, it has my stuff in there. So if you want to invite people to my VIP, you don't have to switch it, but you probably should switch it to your stuff. If you're going to use it, you can switch it to your stuff. But if you wanted to just take a look at what my follow-up email campaign looks like, that's what I just started. So it's just new, but I totally have already felt relief about doing it. The emails that you got when you first signed up to be a rep, you got, I think, 8 emails from me within the first 6 weeks. Though that was an email drip campaign from Visly, and it's great. It's onboarding. It's onboarding. All this is step 1. This is how you do this. This is your next step. And we talked about Visly in those emails too. But it helps people get set up, and I hope it helps people get set up on a not overwhelming sort of timeline, which is great. So that's Visly. If it's not working for you, Dee, we can chat tomorrow. Schedule a visit Visly for your first party, but haven't been able to switch it to others since. No worries, we can help you get that organized. It's probably something easy. Visly is great when it works, but sometimes it can be temperamental with how we attach it to parties or how Facebook accepts it. But yeah, no, it is great. Does anyone have any questions? No? And if you're watching the replay, you can totally ask questions and I will answer as best as I can. We will be doing this weekly and it will definitely be more actionable. But at the beginning, I wanted to kind of break down exactly what I do. When you think about it and when you really like step back, it's really not that much stuff, guys. It's really doable. If you want to succeed, if you want to get bonuses, if you want to get trips, if you want to grow your paycheck, all you have to do is be consistent, right? Like, consistency is everything in this business, but also having a good mindset, like having a positive mindset, like I'm going to do this regardless of circumstance. You're going to hear a lot of no's, especially if you want to make it to 6 figures. I can't tell you how many no's you're going to hear. It's going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot. And some days you're going to want to throw your phone. Other days you may cry in the shower. But I'm telling you, 98% of the time, you will be smiling because of people that you sign up have done a live for the first time, or maybe they did a photo shoot in their bra for the first time, and it just like fills your freaking soul and lights your ass on fire. I can't tell you what it does to you. But 98% of the time, it is like Oprah, fuzzy, peaches kind of good feelings. 98% of the time. 2%, no's, frustrations, reps telling you things, those kind of things. I'm not going to lie to you. But at the end of the day, when you look down at these daily actionable items and this intentional work, it's not that much. It's not that much. It can be repetitive. It can sometimes be mundane. And the worst part about it, guys, is that the effort that you put in these daily actionable items that I just told you about, you're going to do them and then you're going to wait and you may not see the results that day. And that's super frustrating. And you have to have the right mindset about that. There are people out there that cannot handle that, cannot handle putting work in and not seeing results right away. Telling you, if you can wrap your head around that and the fact that these results will compound over time, and eventually it'll get to the point where you're just like, wow, I've worked so hard to get here, but now it's starting to roll and like things are really happening for me. So stay consistent, keep a positive mindset, and the team is just a fun place to be anyways. But these daily actionable items, if you want it on a graphic, I was already talking to Amanda, and she's going to make the daily actionable items on a graphic for us just so that we can have something visual. But 30 minutes a day, it's all it takes. And at any point, if you have any questions about that, definitely reach out. If you've been working your business, definitely try and reach or try to get on to Mandy's Power Hour, because it's more like, boom, this is what we're going to do. Okay, we're over here and we're doing this, and then we're doing this, and it's great. And obviously you can work with it how you want. I think she does like 5 minutes of past parties, go into it, reach out to people. If you don't have past parties, that's frustrating, but that's why we're doing these as well. And I hope that these will help as well. We'll be doing them weekly moving forward. So spread the word, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. If there are questions, let me know. Even after the fact, you can reach out. Yeah, daily actionable items. These are the way that I built my business and the ways that I continue to build my business. The non-negotiables, those are something I take very seriously. And even on really crap, hard days, I reach out and I say thank you to people who order because they're supporting my small business. And that means everything, right? That thank you, it means everything. So yeah, having connections with people, telling stories while wearing Zaya, telling stories while on your VIP, like stories are something people resonate with. So if you have stories like about your day, I used to say about the blender blowing up in the kitchen because the kids didn't put the top on and it just was everywhere, and people can resonate with that, right? Anyways, I hope you guys have a great rest of your night. We'll be back on here next Tuesday night at 8 p.m. again for 30 minutes. And we'll be doing more intentional time blocking, answering more questions, and just kind of like getting you to the point where you're just, okay, I'm doing this, and then I'm doing this, and then I'm doing this. Okay. Awesome job. Thanks so much for showing up, guys. See ya.